The shortage of clean and fit banknotes in circulation and the increase in counterfeiting of high-denomination NAIRA banknotes. It is on this basis that I gave my approval for the redesign of the 200 NAIRA, 500 NAIRA, and 1,000 NAIRA banknotes.
Hello, welcome to Politics on the Wheel with Jay. And how is the preparation for Christmas? Everywhere is bubbling, people are traveling. And we learned that the federal government has a 50% discount on, for travelers, and of which I will bring it in our next video. So now back to the issue of CBN. The CBN lifted a ban on cryptocurrency yesterday. It became a thing of joy as many politicians and influencers and Nigerians celebrated that feat yesterday on social media. All that this ban was placed under Muhammadu Buhari-led administration, but now has been lifted under Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. Ben Bruce wrote on his Twitter saying that this is a market space that worth over $1.8 trillion, but Nigerian government banning that, and now thanking God that they have lifted the ban and they can harness on this particular market space to create more jobs for our youths. But however, that's not the bone of contention this morning. So the issue of redesigning NAIRA notes. Now, back to the issues of redesigning of NAIRA notes.
International best practice requires central banks and national authorities to issue new or redesigned currency notes every 5 to 8 years. Yet, it is now almost 20 years since the last major redesign of our local currency. This implies that the NAIRA is long overdue to wear a new look. A cycle of banknote redesign is generally aimed at achieving specific objectives, including, but not limited to, improving security of banknotes, mitigating counterfeiting, preserving the collective national heritage, controlling currency in circulation, and reducing the overall cost of currency management. As is known, our local laws, specifically the Central Bank of Nigeria Act of 2007, grants the Central Bank of Nigeria the power to issue and redesign the NAIRA. In line with this power, the Central Bank Governor approached me earlier in this year to seek my permission to embark on a currency redesign project. I considered all the facts and reasons presented before me by the Central Bank. There was an urgent need to take control of currency in circulation and to address the hoarding of NAIRA banknotes outside the banking system. The shortage of clean and fit banknotes in circulation and the increase in counterfeiting of high-denomination NAIRA banknotes. It is on this basis that I gave my approval for the redesign of the 200 NAIRA, 500 NAIRA, and 1,000 NAIRA banknotes.
Buhari came time in, time out, many times during this time last year to emphasize that he, over the redesigning of NAIRA note, he also emphasized that he was the one behind it and making those demands. But after the review from the special investigator on the CBN, redesign NAIRA note sometime last year, it now becomes so obvious that the president, Muhammadu Buhari, was not the one who even initiated the idea in the first place. Now, this will give you the idea of some political spectrum, or let me say, some sections of Nigerians who believe that Muhammadu Buhari passed on sometime 2017, as it was made known by Nnamdi Kanu, who was eventually arrested, somewhere in Kenya and brought back to Nigeria under the administration, whom the Supreme Court and even the court has even given order for his release, but yet has been still held, tied by the DSS custody. So now the question now is this: many Nigerians are now saying, is it true that Muhammadu Buhari was the one actually in the helms of affair for the 8 years in his office, or someone else? Like we had the Tunde that is trending now, that he was the one who masterminded the redesigning of NAIRA Notes. What do you think about this? Now, Buhari did this. So now, why is it that Emefiele is the one suffering all this? We saw what happened, across Nigeria. Okay, look at the Nigerian Airways, the Nigerian airline. What happened? Nigerians were scammed. Nigeria was scammed. The Minister of Aviation should be investigated, arrested, and detained. But then, what happened? He's moving freely. What happened to some of the comments and behavior and shenanigans committed by some people from the north, the west, the south, and some few from the east? Why is it that only Emefiele? Why Emefiele? Why is it that the Tunde is not being arrested? Why is it that the Minister of Aviation is not being arrested, for so much money that was spent on what never exists? So what do you think? I leave this to you, to give your thoughts about this whole saga about the designing of NAIRA Notes, the arrest and the keeping of Emefiele, the former governor of CBN, at the DSS custody.